Hey guys, we're over here at the Wegner Crystal Mine. We are at the Phantom Dig today, and there's a group of us. We just got here. It's just a couple minutes after 10 o'clock. They're doing some work over there, some heavy machinery, and right now we had a little bit of rain. They got a bunch of stuff turned up. I'm just doing some surface searching here at the first, and then we'll do some digging here after a little bit. To do the Phantom Dig, you need to make a reservation by either giving them a call or filling out the form on their website. 10 or more people are required for this dig. Now, let's load up in the truck and make our way back to the search area.
That's a truck.
And that's a Lance. After we get unloaded out of the truck, we'll get a few instructions from our guide, like where the bathroom is and stuff like that. Then it's off to the search area. We only got 4 hours, so we got limited time. So I'm going to be in kind of a time crunch. Just trying to get as much done as I can. So let's get to digging and have some fun. One of my first finds of the day. The thing is packed in there with a bunch of dirt. Check that out. Really pretty. Lots of good clarity. I found this big plate right here too, but unfortunately somebody had been picking away at it quite a bit from a previous trip. Has got this thing all torn up. It's unfortunate. I'll leave it sit here for a maybe. If somebody else claims it, great. If it's there at the end of the day, maybe I'll take it and get rid of a lot of this excess over here and just try to get the few good points that are on it. Here's another one I just turned over. It's got a good point right there, but the rest of it is pretty beat up. I think people have been pecking away at this one too. One of the things about the Phantom Mine is it's just a 4-hour dig. And so it's kind of like a race in a sense, to where I'm going to try to get as much material as quick as I can and just see how it all turns out. Please be careful whenever you're turning up rocks. You never know what you're going to find. I'll do this way. Nice big pretty piece. Good clarity. It's got a good tip on it too. Here's a quick look at this piece after I got it washed off with some water. Just pulled it up right out of there. Just started digging a little bit, moving some material. Just popped right out.
Ernie Hill, Rudy, Arkansas.
What do you have here, Ernie?
I've got a little manganese inclusion, almost a phantom. I'll know when I clean it up. The first thing I found when I got here. So
It's a beautiful piece, man. Congratulations.
I'm tickled. I've heard about this dig for a long time, but I've never been here, and I'm really happy to be here today.
Glad you made it.
Hey, I'm glad.
I was just about to give up on this spot, and I dug away some of this right here, fell down, and I saw this right here rolling out. Let's take a look at it. It's pretty. It's got a good tip on it too. So here's a quick look at this piece after I got it all washed off with some water. Same pile. I did a few more swipes. I haven't looked at it yet. Let's take a look at it. Looks like it might be busted. Oh, we got a little sidecar. Or, nope, I had it upside down. There we go. Smart. That's a double terminated. Nice. Here's a sneak peek at this crystal. I'll show more of it at the end of the video. Now, I'm not filming all of my finds, but I am going to film some of them. And what we'll do is, when we get home a little bit later, I'll get them cleaned up, and I'll highlight a few of my favorites. And we'll see how they turned out. See, stuff like this right here, I hang on to it just in case. It's covered in dirt. I can't tell what it is, but I see some reflections on there. If I see a face, I typically almost always keep it, because sometimes they clean up much nicer than what you think. Not always, but sometimes you get lucky. Brendan from Texas had just found this point right here. Mind if I take a look at it? Mm-hmm. Man, that thing's a monster. Look at that. That's huge. Yeah. Good job, Bubba.
Thank you.
Hit it right there with my pick. Unfortunately, dug it right out of there. Right here towards the back of the mine. So that piece wound up having a little bit more damage on it than what I had hoped, but I'm still glad I kept it. Ian from Texas just found this huge point right here. Check this out. Mind if I hold it? It's got a little bit of damage on the back, but man, what a chonker. Good job, Ian.
Thank you.
Right here at the Wegner Phantom pit, or the Phantom dig right here at the tailings piles. Really cool stuff. Check this one out. Man. Here we go. Here we go. Want to tell me your name and where you're from?
Yeah, Vanna from Pflugerville, Texas.
He's been finding some really awesome pieces. Check out the clarity on that thing too. That's super nice. Great finds, my friend.
Yeah, some
There
really
you
good
go.
stuff here.
Man, look at that. Lots of big ones in there too. You had that big tabby in there too, didn't you?
Yeah, let me find that.
Really?
That's a big old chonker right there too. That it? Here, I'll trade you. Check out this tabby right here. It's a little chewed up on some of the edges, but man, that's a really cool piece. There you go. Man, you were just killing it. Look at that. That's got excellent clarity on that thing too. Great job.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Uh-huh.
There's a couple of spots I can recommend if you're actually
Okay.
going to take up a change. So one is walking back between here and the truck itself.
Okay.
Surface finds are good. I've found a lot.
Here's a quickie look at this crystal after I got it washed off with some water. I'll show it in better detail at the end of the video. Man, check this one out. It's got some damage on there, but really, really cool. That's an excellent find. Good job. Didn't find all the best stuff today.
I guess so.
Now this kind of bluish, greenish clay, typically I avoid that stuff. But check that out. When I picked this clump up, there's a little face that shined. And I see a little tip there at the end. Cool. Well, I guess I'm not going to avoid those that color of clay anymore. All right, so it's about 3:30. I'm going to start wrapping it up here shortly. I have a bunch of stuff to carry up to the car. Like I said, I didn't film everything. Since we just have a 4-hour dig here, I kind of look at this as kind of like a race. Try to get as much as you can, as quick as you can. So I'm going to film some of the finds now. And what I'm going to do is go home. We'll clean some of these things up, and we'll see a few of the highlights of how these things turned out. I don't know what this thing's going to look like. We're going to give it a try. This feels like some old slurry kind of mud clay. So a lot of these pieces have been broken. Yeah, that's just a chip. I wound up keeping that piece after all. It had a cool little crystal growing out of the side of it. It even had some manganese inclusions at the bottom of it too. Lance is going crazy here with about a 350 pound rock.
We're about 250. She looks 3.
You sure you don't need some help, man?
Well, it's a little tight at this point.
Uh-huh. We made it. Well, it's about 3:30 and I'm staring right in the sun, so I apologize about that. But I'm going to be leaving Wegner right now, and I got all cleaned up and stuff. Thankfully, they have some nice bathrooms with running water and soap and everything like that, so that's great. They have a porta potty out at the digging area, but nice bathrooms here. So one of the things that I like about Wegner is that you dig for 4 hours, which I'd like it, but I don't like it. But in that 4 hours time, you find as much as, or more sometimes, than some of the other mines that you pay for 8 hours at. And then I get more time back in my day. So again, Wegner, great job today. Had a lot of fun. Let's go home and we'll see how these things turned out. Here's a few of my finds from yesterday. Some of these, like this right here, I got because it's got a nice cluster right here. I figured I could cut down some of this rock and just kind of display the nice piece right there. A lot of these right here I just have my hopes up about. I don't know if they're going to turn out to be anything, but we're going to see. Lots of little sparkles in there. I see some dark blue, so I'm hoping maybe that's got some phantom in it. This right here's got a lot of damage, but I think that there's going to be some stuff underneath all this clay that I could salvage. Here's another one I didn't show you yesterday. check that out. Man, that would have been nice to have seen. They, I think they turned, when they were turning stuff up with the tractor, he hit that. It looks like it's got a couple little side crystals there. Here's a quick look at that piece after I got it washed off with some water. This is 12 wide and 24 deep and about 3 inches in depth. So, and this thing is pretty much full all the way through for about the full 3 inches. So I got all this and then all these bigger rocks right here, all in 4 hours of digging. All right, so let's wash some of these pieces off and see how they turned out. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.